1 Corinthians 15 verse 42. So also is the resurrection of the dead. It is sown in corruption, it is raised in incorruption. As stated yesterday, even if it's not hard enough, God will also find some minions to persecute you, that you must mix with your own character, move forward with that truth. From this perspective, you can understand a whole faith, and its true purpose. And because I was able to share this interpretation, in addition, this interpretation is correct, so, when I travel through time, I am qualified to be a test maker and examiner. Other people, on the other hand, don't know, unable to do the job, because they don't have that memory. Remember, when I go to heaven, the reason why I still have this memory, in addition to the wisdom and memory I have, even more, because I have this kind of character. In that case, I can write the questions. But why not just knowledge? Because if it's math and physics, knowledge alone is enough, but now the test is character. It's personality. That explains why I set it up there. Because not only do I have the understanding and the wisdom, and a character to match, so, after the trial, still retain this memory. Anyway, if you go through a trial, you still have some part of memory, then prove that you, having such information, wisdom, or revelation, required character qualities. Remember, what I do then in eternity, it's about character, not information. If all you have is information, then what qualifies you to go to heaven? Can it be based on relevant thoughts and memories? What's more, you don't even have it yourself. What about being someone else's proctor, testing someone's character? It can be seen that personality is crucial. And now you'll understand why, through the ages, whoever puts character first, God gives minimal reward. For God will examine the character of these men, to what extent. If rewards are provided too early, like letting these people live the rest of their lives, own 100 Lamborghini sports cars, what kind of character do they have? Since that day, it has fallen. You can see this in David and Saul. In other words, when man is not yet established, a rich character to go to heaven, get success too early, it'll just cut the program in half. Because the vast majority of people, they don't understand the importance of character either, even as I said, character is often the last thing people think about. The hard work, the diligence, the self-discipline that preceded it. Merely to earn money, affluence, and subsistence. It is a quality character born for money, when they become successful. They don't have the time to pay attention to these. They will abandon them one by one. In fact, no one is born to like character. Why? Because liking personality is acquired. In that case, so, how can I make myself like the character? The answer is, love God. If you don't really love God, you don't really like the character. Then you understand, why did God set 2 great commandments, and why you should know how to distinguish, who's the best Samaritan of our time. No one indeed likes the character. Just like when you're feeling hard, you don't like self-discipline. And God designed this world, so full of suffering and resistance and impact, because of the quality of character, it is often produced passively. On the other hand, if you are at ease, very few people are born with good character. This is especially true of people who have suffered, because they're used to it, passive production of quality character. As you may have heard, some people grow because they have endured hardships, because during that time, they produce some quality characters. In short, these qualities are created passively, and when it's over, they will rest where they are. How did I find out? For so, I saw my father. In the period after I was born, he has always been a man of quality character. Later, he had a successful career, but when I saw him, like a man waiting to die. And he tried to satisfy himself, pursue the things he dreamed of when he was young. My father has changed so much. I'm afraid that when I'm rich, I'll follow in his footsteps. Why do I say that? Because although he has fulfilled many of the dreams of his youth, but what he eventually found was, he has worked for half a century to achieve his dream. After playing for 2 or 3 years, he feels bored. Turns out, sometimes we try for half a century, and what we hope to get, when successful, it only takes a few years to feel bored. In other words, only TV shows, to create that beauty, and to capture that feeling. In reality, when you actually get these things, and spend 2 or 3 years enjoying them, you've lost your way. Just like after retirement, life becomes monotonous. And in doing so, I can see one thing, as you can see, even though I am successful and wealthy, I am still the same, Pastor Wind. Because it started decades ago, I'm already doing what I love, instead of waiting for success to happen. In addition, I have taught Aiden, when setting the pace and progress of your ministry, try to adjust it as much as possible, can make yourself enjoy it, carry out for life. 1 Corinthians 15 verse 42. So also is the resurrection of the dead. It is sown in corruption, it is raised in incorruption.
因為冇人天生中意性格，點解呢？因為中意性格係後天嘅，但係你知唔知係用乜嘢先至可以使到你後天中意性格？就係你愛神。你唔係真係愛神，你唔會真係中意性格。而家你就明啦，點解要有兩條界線？點解你一定要辨別出你喺你呢個時代當中最好嘅好撒瑪利亞人？Heart shining bright, God's love inside. We walk this path with all our might. Through every test, we'll stand so strong. With faith in our hearts, we'll carry on. Through highs and lows, we won't be swayed. God's guidance with us in every shade will stay true. Come what may, in His embrace, we'll always stay. 你而家你就明白歷代歷世以嚟，關於行性格嘅人，神係俾好少 reward 佢。因為點解？因為就係睇佢可以佢性格能夠去得幾盡。已經太早俾 reward 佢咧，明明啊個個啲100架林寶堅尼跑車啊咁樣過餘生嘅話，性咩格啊？佢由嗰日就已經開始敗壞㗎啦。你淨係睇大衛掃羅你就知啦，係咪先？